Hi, it's Stuart Fence. I'm the couples expert. Here's another edition of 3 Minutes with Stuart. I'm sitting here in Scottsdale Healthcare Pediatric Unit. This is a wonderful place that really helps families with children who are sick. But I'm reflecting back on a couple of things. I used to work at a position in an emergency room as a crisis counselor. And one of the things that occurred at one point in my experience there is someone got rushed into the emergency room on a stretcher after being hit on a motorcycle. They were struck from behind, and what happened was that the person on the bike was catapulted to the car in front of them, hit their head on the back windshield, went through the car, and when we got them in the emergency room was pronounced brain dead. What that means is that there was no brain function at all. The person had died, but their body was still working. And I, as a crisis counselor, had to work with the family of this poor person that had just passed away, and the family was struggling a great deal, as you might imagine, with the death of their child. What occurred for me, however, was as I looked at the client as the patient, the one that passed away, it was exactly almost identical to my brother. And I panicked initially till I learned that it wasn't him. And why I tell that story is I'm just wanting to share a bit about what it must be like for first responders who do this day in and day out and then have to come home, because I can tell you that my first thing when I went off shift and I was working overnights was to call my brother to make sure he was okay. I wanted to touch base with them. And it was such a horrible situation for me, because for the next couple of weeks I had dreams and nightmares about this. Imagine if this is what you do every single day of your life, and you come home to your family after seeing such tragedies. At times you're excited because you've really helped someone. At times you feel so incredibly helpless. And one of the things that we have to remember is that as a partner, your partner comes home after their working day. At times they have to just shut off their feelings in order to do their job. But when they come home, we want someone that is there for us. We want a partner that can come home and we feel that they are there and are interacting with us in a healthy, emotionally secure way, and that the love that the two of us have is really strong. However, when you've been through an experience such as first responders do, they have to cope with all of this in their own personal way. If the relationship between you and your partner is not one in which you can be open and talk about these things, and part of the problem is a lot of first responders, they try to numb out because they need to cope. What they don't realize is numbing out is also numbing out the good feelings. You don't get to pick and choose what you numb out. So part of the purpose of this video is to just encourage the family of first responders, who we all appreciate what you do, but we also know that there are some specific challenges that you have. And as a partner and as the first responder, I encourage you to talk about the issues, to communicate about them, to share your hopes, your dreams, and your frustrations and the challenges. And know that you have a true partner there, that you can figure a way to really handle the stresses, the PTSD symptoms at times, and that your partner is truly there for you, wanting to have a relationship that is full of life. And the two of you together, the two of you need to really help each other because part of what a first responder's responsibility is to be able to turn to your partner, explain the frustrations, explain some of the difficulty emotionally you have when you do have a child that you've just tried to resuscitate and lost them and the child died. Part of your responsibility as a partner is to tell your first responder loved one that your love for them allows you to be flexible, to be someone that's there for them if they need time away to just relax. You're supportive of this. One of the things that's important is finding activities the two of you can do together. That means creating outside activities that the two of you share. As a loved one of a first responder, telling them that you're going to be flexible, you want to stand behind them, that you appreciate what they're doing and have an understanding of how important it is, and that you're going to stand right next to them, and that the two of you will do what you can to create a lifestyle with one another when it comes to anniversaries or when it comes to birthdays, that is going to be a unique way that your family will celebrate these. It may not be on the day of the event because of shift work, but that it is no less significant and important to you. The only thing that matters is that the two of you and your family are sharing a life together, making each other important. Take care and stay connected. Bye-bye.